Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
Breaking news this noon from the 7 Mile and Greenfield area on Detroit's west side. We have learned that a baby was recovered and his mother's car was stolen with him inside. Let's get to Priya Mann with what we know so far. Priya?
Rhonda, just an unbelievable scene. As you mentioned, we're here at 7 Mile and Greenfield. That's where the mom stops her car to go into a local business. She leaves that car running, and that's when somebody jumps into the car and takes off. A 14-month-old baby was inside that vehicle just a few blocks away. Whoever took the car realized a baby is inside the car. They opened the door and they just let that little boy outside onto the sidewalk. It's freezing cold. This is a busy street. Somebody else sees that little boy walking on the sidewalk. They start walking back in the direction where I'm standing right now. That baby boy was reunited with his mom. Take a listen to what that mom had to say.
And thank God that the people who seen that believe in God and care and know that that was wrong, because he came running up the street with my baby.
When you saw your baby, what through your mind?
I was so happy because I thought something had happened to my kid. I was just happy he okay.
You know, every minute felt like eternity. Detectives are here at 7 Mile and Greenfield. They are looking for that vehicle, which is described as a blue Hyundai with tinted windows. It was apparently spotted about 4 miles from where we are standing. But again, a 14-month-old baby just left wandering on the sidewalk when somebody steals that car. Thankfully, there was a good Samaritan here who saw that baby, started walking back toward where I'm standing now. That baby boy is safe and back with his mom. We will have much more on the investigation. Again, that vehicle spotted about 4 miles from where I'm standing. Reporting live, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
All right, thank goodness that little baby is okay. Priya, thank you. Now to our other big story this noon, and that is the closing arguments for the 4 men accused in the plot to kidnap Governor Whitmer. They are now underway. Sean Lay is there in Grand Rapids outside of the courtroom for what's happening inside. Sean?
Rhonda, good afternoon from Grand Rapids. We are outside federal court here. I want to show everyone that's very quiet except for the weather alert siren test going off here. No demonstrations, no family members gathering outside of the courtroom focused on the huge case that's going on inside. First and foremost, the judge did instruct the jury that they can consider entrapment in their deliberations. Then next, closing arguments, and the prosecution in fiery closing arguments went first. Federal prosecutor Jonathan Roth began his closing argument by telling the jury that if we disagree with politicians, we vote them out. Roth stated, quote, "We don't kidnap them, kill them, or blow them up." Roth said for a moment, forget about the victim, Governor Gretchen Whitmer, and her job. He said, this is about kidnapping a woman from her home in the middle of the night at gunpoint. That's what they wanted to do. You heard them over and over talk about kidnapping her, murdering her, and anyone who got in their way. Roth said talk of the plan wasn't just protected speech. Wolverine Watchman members Ty Garbin and Caleb Franks pled guilty to conspiracy to kidnap the governor and testified against the men they trained with, testifying that the plot was real. Roth argued Barry Croft, Adam Fox, Daniel Harris, and Brandon Caserta showed intent to pull off the kidnapping because of all the training and accumulation of gear like body armor, helmets, a taser, and flex cuffs. Back here live in Grand Rapids. Now, the attorney for Adam Fox, he went next with an extremely intense closing argument that went about 90 minutes, and he was hitting hard, saying the government and the FBI informants pushed this plot from the very start. Much more on what he had to say coming up at 4, 5, and 6. But now we have, Rhonda, 3 more closing arguments for the other 3 defendants. Then the case will go to the jury. The question everyone wants to know is, will we have a verdict later today or this evening? Back to you.
We will wait and see. Sean, thank you for that update. Also, turning our attention to the nation's capital, a Chesterfield man is now being sentenced for his role in the January 6th attack at the U.S. Capitol. Daniel Henradine, he pleaded guilty to entering and staying inside of the U.S. Capitol during the deadly riot with another Macomb County man who also pleaded guilty to the same charge in November. Henradine was seen on video inside the Capitol. Many of the videos were posted by him on his own Facebook page. Meteorologist Brandon Rue is standing by with a look at our forecast. I just dipped outside in the last hour to get some gas, and it's a little chilly.
A little chilly. Did you get any flakes?
No flakes.
All right. Well, I was out earlier and had some, but most of it has been north. And temperatures are getting almost to that point where we could, if there's any more moisture, see a mix of a couple of drips and flakes. But fleeting through the afternoon. You can see it's colder up north, 33, Lapeer, Pontiac 34, in Howell. It's 40 metro and city airports. The wind makes all the difference here out of the northwest, creating wind chills primarily in the 20s, but also it's a delivery system for these lake-enhanced showers, snow showers. But again, we are getting a little mix through parts of Wayne, Macomb counties and up into the Port Huron area. Again, fewer and fewer flakes and moisture as we go through the afternoon. Middle 40s and that stiff breeze feeling cooler, warming it up a little this weekend.
Ford Motor Company is issuing more than 730,000 vehicles to fix oil leaks and braking systems that won't work. The oil leak recall includes the 2020 and 2022 Ford Escape SUV and the 2021 and 2022 Bronco Sport SUV. A housing can crack and oil can leak onto engine parts, which can create actually a fire hazard. The trailer braking recall impacts the F-150 pickups from 2021 and 2022, as well as the 2022 Maverick, Ford Expedition, and Lincoln Navigator. The software error can stop trailers from braking, increasing the risks of a crash. So owners of these vehicles, of both the recalls, are going to be officially notified starting on April 18th. So look out for further information. Meanwhile, General Motors is also making recalls on more than 680,000 SUVs because windshield wipers could fail. The recall is impacting the Chevy Equinox and GMC Terrain from 2014 and 2015. Joints on the wipers could rust over time, causing the wipers to fail. Owners will be notified starting on May 2nd. Turning our attention now to the very latest in the war in Ukraine. Russia says that it's continuing to withdraw troops from northern Kyiv. However, intelligence sources think that forces are just simply repositioning for further attacks. Also, new efforts are underway to evacuate civilians trapped in increasingly dire humanitarian crisis in Mariupol. Let's get to Molly Hunter. She has this report from Western Ukraine.
Now, as virtual peace talks get underway again, the trust on the Ukrainian side is really low. So we're watching two areas especially closely today, up near the capital of Kyiv. Now, President Putin earlier this week vowed to de-escalate around Kyiv and around Chernihiv. Now, overnight, according to the UK Ministry of Defense, they say both Chernihiv and Kyiv have been subjected to continued air and missile strikes despite Russian claims of reducing activity in these areas. They also go on to say that Ukraine has continued to make successful but limited counterattacks to the east and northeast of Kyiv. So part of the equation, part of the narrative is definitely Russian forces are withdrawing. And according to Western intelligence officials and the Ukrainians, they're withdrawing so they can resupply, reorganize, regroup for another attack. The other area we are really focused on today is down in Mariupol. It's in the southeast of the country on the Sea of Azov. It has been besieged, starved out by the Russians for the last month. So today was going to be another big attempt to get people out of there. 45 buses was our understanding. We're standing by in Berdyansk. The evacuation route goes from Mariupol to Berdyansk, then to Zaporizhia. Zaporizhia is a bigger city, allows people to then kind of board trains to the west to Lviv, which is where I am. But of those 45 buses, we now understand that 42 are standing by, hoping to take 2,000 people out. So it sounds like the buses and the ICRC vehicles right now are heading into Mariupol, hoping to evacuate civilians. Molly Hunter, NBC News, Lviv, Ukraine.
All right, Molly, thank you. Big changes are starting today if you are crossing the border into Canada. Fully vaccinated travelers entering Canada will no longer be required to provide a pre-entry COVID-19 test. However, you may be required to take a test once arriving at the border, even if you are fully vaccinated. You still must complete a questionnaire on the Arrive Can app within 72 hours before entering the country, and you must upload proof of vaccination if you are not vaccinated or partially vaccinated, Canadian travelers must still get tested. So little preparation required before you cross the border. Certainly a change from how things used to be. Still to come, the House January 6th committee has begun talking to members of former President Trump's family ahead, who the committee heard from for 6 hours. Plus, Pope Francis making a historic apology for the Catholic Church's role in Canadian residential schools.